Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Epic
wink
Flail.
just before we went on. That was a bit creepy.
I've done it a few weeks running now where I've just given you a little like...
Here we go. Strap in for the ride, boys.
Strap yourselves in for sure today. Liam and I are not messing around. We're feeling somewhat controversial. We're fired up, Liam, aren't we? We're ready to rock.
I mean, I have just watched you have a fight with a light in this room, so...
Yep, just fell over and had the light fall on my head, which was a bit of fun.
To be fair, you handled it so much better than I would. I would have rage quit life and that thing would have gone out the window.
Great way to prepare for the show is to pull a light onto your head and fall on the floor.
Well, I'm
your ribs.
sat here looking at you like, what the
what are you doing down there, mate?
Why are you down there, pal?
Yeah. If you're watching this for the first time, then consider being a member of the show. We've got links to become a member in the description below. If you enjoy the content, please, it goes without saying, like and subscribe. If you're watching live, we will be talking to you very shortly and hearing what you have to say about this slightly controversial subject.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't actually shown me this video, so I can't comment on it yet.
And,
all I've had to do, right, is I've been sat here for about 30 minutes while we've been chatting about what we're going to talk about this evening. About this video and this one fella that's just the screen still, and I'm just getting progressively more angry at him because I've just had to look at him for half an hour. Oh no, it seems like a lovely fella, but
I've been tempting you. I've not told you loads. In today's show, we're going to talk about the relationship that Games Workshop have with content creators. Sparked after this video that I saw yesterday, was it the day before? I just watched it and thought, something doesn't sit right. This is weird, something's not right. And I did put it on the Discord and people had some strong opinions, very valid opinions, which pushed back. But I really want to get into this with you, Liam, and kind of talk about how Games Workshop are engaging with content creators and what it means for the community. The title of the video that we're going to watch is literally called The Community Speaks, which is a very confident and powerful phrase.
Well, yeah, if the community consists of 8 people.
Yeah, the community speaks. Who have we got in the chat? TTB, Usher, Dave, Ali Della, good lad. How you doing, my friend? Are you keeping well? I've got the computer so far away today, I'm going to be like...
Meh, got the binoculars on.
Yeah, I have a thing where I set this up different every time we do this.
It's like musical chairs in this room. Every week I come in here, it's like, oh yeah, no, you're sitting on that side this evening? I was like, cool, but you've got the different chair. Let's experiment with you on the different chair. Because you like to feel bigger on that chair, don't you? I do. I don't know if you've noticed. I know you don't watch the shows, but I do sometimes. Oh, there's Cosby. I do. Hey!
We've gone for a rotating background. The pictures behind us are going to be progressively weirder as this goes on. I think there's like 120 pictures gradually.
Eyes are horny in there.
Oh no, he's in there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go.
The guy that got me banned from Facebook is in this slideshow.
Just him.
That's what it is. I think he or someone reported me.
I really don't think that.
I put in but I had a group. I put in a massive 40k group a picture of it, like he was on the thumbnail. Inquisitor Eisenhorny. Oh well, either way.
Or no, to be fair, it probably wasn't him. It was probably just someone that thought you were being out of order. And being mean.
Yeah, well, it was, anyway, I won't go down that rabbit hole. Thanks for joining us live, lads. Hope you're keeping well and having a good start to your weeks. Liam and I are doing all right, aren't we, matey? We've got our Galaxy chocolate bar.
You've saved your chocolate. I've eaten all my chocolate. I got excited and ate my buttons. And then Paul had to try and save me from myself, and then I just snaffled them all into my cheeks.
Chuck us out. Look what I got yesterday, lads. We're going to get into the subject, but look at this. Look at this I got yesterday off a friend. Look at this. The original Rogue Trader.
Mate, honestly, some of the models, some of the artwork is questionable.
Some of it's questionable. The reason I got this is those of you that watch the show regularly know that Liam and I are doing a series where we talk about Games Workshop through the years. Yeah. We've gone back and talked about the shop. Then we talked about the models. The next one was going to talk about the systems, but I wanted a bit more time to learn more about the older systems and games I didn't play. So I'm actually going to look at Rogue Trader and read some of this and work out, like, what was this game like to play? Because some of the rules seem a bit like...
Well, the rules are just all over the place. Like, I've been flicking through it for like 20 minutes, and it's like, some of the rules are at the front, some of them are at the back. Like,
it's sort of like half
there's a bit of artwork in there. But the early editions were very narrative based. Yeah. You'd have like, you've got to get the prisoner from here to there. And the prisoner does this,
and you can flick it like Subbuteo.
Yeah, and you can and if whichever one of you stands up quickest wins, and you're like, oh my god, here we go. Which is actually quite a nice segue into AOS, because that actually was a thing for a while, wasn't it?
Oh man, the original AOS rulebook I think was literally like just roll dice, if you know.
It was like
just,
it was a sheet of paper, wasn't it? And then like some characters had like, and I'm probably making this up, but there was definitely one where it was like play rock paper scissors, and whoever wins like gets a victory point or something ridiculous like that.
If
or
in
like,
doubt, play rock paper scissors.
Yeah, or whoever turns around quicker. Like there was, I swear there was like the chat will know, and I'm probably just making this up.
I think the first AOS was bonkers.
But there was definitely some sort of rule that was like that like play rock paper scissors or flip a coin or something like that. That was just completely out of the world.
Liam says, "Why on earth are you playing Diablo while recording, Paul?" Oh, I left my PlayStation on.
Oh, it's not G3PO is not logged into the...
G3PO might be on it.
Maybe she is. What was that? G3PO can hear us!
She's in the system.
She's in the walls.
She's infiltrated the system.
Mate, she's just going to come like... Do you know, like that out of a wall, like the Matrix? She's basically Agent Smith. Jeez, she's in the cupboard.
Yeah, sorry, mate. I think I left my PlayStation on. If anyone plays Diablo 4, give me a shout. I just downloaded Elden Ring again, though. Sorry, I'm turning this into an After Dark. She'll be the next picture. No, well, Liam, you never know what's going next. Right, we're going to watch this video. This was a video that Warhammer, a.k.a. Games Workshop, it's weird calling them Warhammer, Games Workshop put out. And it's called Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, The Community Speaks. Let's see what they've got to say, Liam.
The new edition of Age of Sigmar is really the best edition.
It's easy, it's fast, it's very, very good for beginners.
This game moves now. I absolutely loved those changes.
It's so streamlined and easy to play. It only took a couple of minutes for me to get used to all of the rules.
Going backwards to what makes the game great, stripping away a lot of extras, and going to the core fundamentals of quick, brutal gameplay.
It's got loud.
My favorite change in the new edition is the battle scrolls feel like more of the information is at your fingertips.
Everything.
The guy off Mythbusters is looking well, isn't he?
They look exactly the same, if I'm honest with you.
That's the lad off Mythbusters.
I love the fact that they found the only 2 female content creators and put them in so far as well.
More of the information is at your fingertips.
Everything's color-coded. Knowing when I can do things on the other person's turn, for example, was really, really useful. And there's also symbols if you're colorblind as well, and I think that's an awesome touch to add.
I love the readability of the edition. It's so much faster.
My favourite change is the command points and the interactivity of the game, how you've got things like reactive moving and shooting. I just think that gives you so much depth.
You can counter-charge, you can do magic in the hero phase of your opponent. You are never just
very international, very good coverage, isn't there?
I love that.
I really liked what was
they've just found the 8 people that actually play Sigmar.
A bit of a restriction.
The impact of the change being reduced in the amount of points you can score if you do take it. There's a real punishment if you do.
I'm worried.
This is going to be great to get more of my 40k friends to actually play.
It's just a grotesque postmodern psyop.
Making all the different units feel like they do their own job. So if you've got a spear, you feel like there's a reason to take the spear or the sword. That's something I'm excited to see bring variety into all of the armies.
My favorite change has got to be the underdog rules. Getting a little bit of a bonus in match play, narrative play, all the options that this design space is going to open up feel great.
The new structure of the game, it's amazing. It's now very easy to play, but it's not easy to win.
You told me not to take the mick out of them, and you literally slating everyone.
Seeing how the new edition takes the narrative of the story and is layering
it's like the UN.
into the rules and into the game itself.
What we got next? German.
I'm very much enjoying.
It provides us with a lot of lore, a lot of new reason to fight.
My favorite change in the new edition is the new format with Spearhead.
Spearhead's great. As a person who runs Wargaming Club for a bunch of high school students.
What are they playing on a tray?
I can learn that in one
It's pretty small.
Why is that board so small?
It's a spearhead thing.
No one cares.
All the models that you're going to need, how to play them, which kind of like orders they go in. It's all laid out for you.
It is like the entry-level, exceptional one-box purchase. You got a great starting point for a future army, but also a lot to enjoy in and of itself. And also a much smaller table. You get stuck in really early. It's an exceptionally well thought out way to play the game.
I think Spearhead is a really dangerous format for myself because I really love to paint miniatures. It's such a great opportunity to just dive in all of the armies from Age of Sigmar.
Could be more dangerous. I could think of more dangerous rules than
all love.
I'm really excited about Spearheads. I am, by definition, a kitchen table gamer. I like playing lots of games in a relatively short amount of time, and I really like being able to complete a project and feel like it's done. You get to complete that build, paint, play gameplay loop more often.
We're only halfway, still halfway through.
On to the next thing.
Pause.
This is 5 minutes long. We're going to have to watch it all.
I know, but
we're only 3 minutes in a fight. I didn't realise it was this long. I'm going to be honest.
I've had enough already.
No, I'm going to be honest. I thought it was just a couple of minutes.
Mate, I'm not even being funny.
This is a long video of...
Mate,
sorry,
the video lasts longer than a game of Spearhead, I think. Are these people for real? Like, is this actually for real?
Just go back to the slideshow. Liam said, sorry, no, I won't say that.
Is this actually like... No, but can someone tell me if this is like a joke? Because...
They're all paid actors, Jess.
They are, though, aren't they? Then this is exactly the point we're getting to. It might as well be...
No, that's the community. What are you talking about?
That's not the community, though, is it?
It says the community speaks.
8 of them have spoken, and it's all rubbish.
Right.
It's all just dross, though, isn't it?
Here's the nuance of it, though, right? First of all, that was a hell of a diverse crowd. Fair play.
I mean, they've flown them in.
First point, very, very intercontinental.
And mixed genders. You've obviously got to mix the genders up.
Well, we don't want to assume anyone's gender, but it looked mixed.
And
That's all we can say.
I bet one of them was colourblind, because even though they've colour-coded the cards...
Well, as a colourblind man, I'm glad I'm represented. That's all I have to say.
What was that?
I'm a colourblind man.
The best bit was she made it as a point, was like, they're colour-coded, then realised was like, but there's options for people that aren't colourblind.
For the normals.
Yeah, for the norms.
If you're not disabled visually, as I like to call it.
It's just so
listen, Liam's saying it's legit. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure the new AOS is good, right? Games Workshop are a well-oiled company. They're not going to release a rogue trade. Like the rulebook's not going to be this, is it? The rulebook's going to be... The rules will be good. But I'm sure the game is good. But it's very interesting how GW's marketing has moved to, let's get all these characters together that everybody knows, right? You know what I mean? Familiar... For those of us that watch a lot of 40k AOS
for people that watch any sort of content, we know some of these people, yeah.
Vanguard... Like clearly like legit French guy, Spanish guy. Clearly they've picked like, oh, that guy's got a profile, that's got a profile. It's interesting that the marketing strategy is basically, can you say it rather than us? It sort of reminds me of a bit like QVC. Do you know what I mean? Like this, these hangers are the best. I've been using these hangers for 6 weeks and they keep my shirt so straight and they're so amazing.
But let's check in with Brian from Quebec, because he loves them, and it's just...
Oh my God, these hangers, holy smokes, they're the best hangers I've ever seen. Whoa, and it's like, do we really, is that helpful?
Do you know what would be better? Do you know what would be better? Actually getting people playing the game, and actually getting the actual people that play the game to write positive reviews about this stuff, rather than just pre-releasing it to this small group of people that are playtesting it in a room and going, right, we've got you all here for a free lunch. Just say something nice about the game.
Well, I wonder what that relationship is. There's a lot to break down it, and obviously we've compiled comprehensive notes, being the serious podcast that we are. This is no Duke of Edinburgh award.
Understanding why we didn't get an invite to this, I don't know. I mean, Liam and Paul from this is rubbish. It's me flipping a table in the background.
Some people might ask why we didn't get an invite, but then whilst they're thinking that, they're also watching a slideshow that includes Bill Cosby as a space marine
and me rolling Cosby dice. Me, like in the video, me just rolling Cosbys all over the place. Be like, I wonder why these two don't get invited.
With a T-shirt on that says "The Emperor's Nutsack," and it goes, if you like,
just throwing my objective markers down. Like, what
Hello,
about
Games Workshop? Yeah, I can't understand why you didn't get us on.
Why aren't I here?
Like, what the?
Why aren't we here?
Sorry.
Imagine if we did get an invite one day, though. That would really
someone's
that
already
would really
said,
test it.
I'm going to get the chat up on the iPad. I think TTB or Adam, one of those pranksters had said, if we ever do anything with Games Workshop, to remember today and to find it and to endlessly mock us and give us a hard time.
Yeah, but would we do that, though? This is the problem.
Well, I mean, I'd like to think... I mean, it's so easy to say no, isn't it? It's so easy to be like, oh, no, we'd never do that. We'd never do that. But if GW went, do you want to come try this game out for free? Well, hang on. Here's my theory.
Okay.
All this lot are all playtesters. They're playtesters and early releasers out there.
Yeah, obviously.
So they've been messing around and playing the game for ages and
probably had some input into the game as it currently sits? Because let's be fair, you know, without saying any names, you know people that play test games at GW, don't you?
Yeah.
And they also have an input in how the game works or not? Do they go back to them and go, right, this doesn't work, this would be, maybe this would work a little bit better, or that rule doesn't work?
Yeah, for sure, like a two-way process.
So all they're actually doing is critiquing their own homework. Because half of them have been probably involved in how the game's set up and how it works at this moment in time.
I imagine they've had a feedback. Someone's just pointed out that Hitler was on the screen earlier. So probably at the point where we're going, well, you've just disappeared.
Have I? Yeah. Probably that's.
Why have you just disappeared?
They've had enough of me. They've literally had enough of me. Have you turned the camera off? Have you plugged the wrong cable in? Mate, this is why we don't get invited to. Which one?
Well, I want you back.
Mate, that one is plugged in.
Well, push it in.
All right, that's what she said.
That doesn't help, does it?
What?
That's what she said.
Mate,
it's no wonder we're not invited into GW. Right,
it's 2 inches in.
Oh Jesus, we need more than 2 inches. Listen, no one's noticed.
Am I back?
Cool. Act cool. No, we'll keep playing the video. Act cool.
Act cool.
Yeah, just act cool.
Have to build your army list. In fact, you just set the box and it's balanced with your opponent.
Spearhead is something what a starter product should be. I can imagine it to demo it for some people who want to try out the game.
Pulls under the table.
Want to get into Age of Sigmar, but don't want to spend a lot of time painting a huge army or learning too many rules.
It doesn't feel like the dumbed down version, more like the snackable version.
Julia
Like a nice chilly thing, just with a few units, kicking them about, and maybe even get a bit competitive with it as well.
I feel like I'm actually playing Age of Sigmar, which can evolve into a larger format, which is exactly what you want from an entry-level, smaller side game.
My favorite part of Spearhead is the feeling that you are never a real underdog. You are losing the game, but you feel that.
Mate, I hate this. This is actually making me physically annoyed.
Until this kicks back in, we're going to have to keep busy.
It's very important.
If anyone was thinking of starting Age of Sigmar, I would say now's the time to get in, because
you only have to buy one box of models.
You already get to experience.
Like, genuinely, what they've actually said.
Just a black box.
Am I still just a black box? So I can say what I want and it's not actually me.
Yeah, it's just me. It's just me. It's just me in front of a computer exchange.
Mate, what have we done to the cameras?
Listen, lads, I'll keep this. I mean, you can still hear it, Liam. Oh, this wig's awful.
Mate, it's so hot, that wig, isn't it?
You can wear it for seconds.
Mate, what I would say, mate, you've just come out well sweaty from under that table with that wig on.
Oh, no, Eiserhorn is about to pop up on the screen.
So, can I just dissect a little bit what I think they've said?
Box. Yeah.
It's basically, if you're a simpleton, AOS is the army for you.
If you're a
Because it's simple, there's one page of rules, it's easy to get into, the board's small, you can just roll some dice, it's not competitive. Isn't this what they've tried to sell Age of Sigmar on every single edition? That it's a simple game that's easy to get into?
I think they've tried a few times.
How many times have they failed with Age of Sigmar?
Well, I don't know how big it is. Lads, how good is Age of Sigmar, honest?
It's absolutely
tell us honestly.
Poo.
Right, Liam Jordan, an inside man, he says they're all content creators, not testers. It was filmed at one of the US cons.
All right, thanks for scuppering our ideas.
They're all content creators, but they're
still invited to go and do it.
They're definitely using content creators to represent the community.
Yeah,
it's not the community speaks is more like people that we're very close with and have a very strong relationship with. And we help out. It's a two-way thing. And for the content creator, you want to build that relationship with GW.
Yeah, but they haven't just gone out into the con, have they?
No.
They haven't just gone, oh, right, let's pick 8 random people.
No, they're not like...
They've gone, there's Stephen Box from Vanguard Tactics.
Yeah.
There's so-and-so from Goonhammer. There's so-and-so from 2+ Tough. Like,
it's back.
Let's get those people in. And then they'll share it on their channel.
I think I've got you moving around. Listen, we're just ruining some of the magic for a second. There we go.
Ruin some of the magic?
Well, people might think it's like a professional... So, there we go.
While we've got Charles Bronson in the background. Not Charles Bronson.
Who is that? That's Peter Sutcliffe. Is that Peter Sutcliffe? I mean, it's not good, whoever's in the background.
It's gone really rogue, this.
Basically, if GW watch this, they're going to be like, oh...
We are up for playtesting some stuff!
Somewhere in Games Workshop, they'll be like, oh, these lads have been talking about this thing we just did. Let's watch it. Then they'll be like, is that a serial killer? wait.
Why is one of them under the table?
Yeah. Wait, is that Bill Cosby as a space marine? Like...
Oh, my God.
I find it, listen, lads, we're not saying AOS is a bad game. I'm sure AOS is great fun. What we're saying is that it's an unusual relationship that Games Workshop are forming with content creators. And it's very advantageous to the content creator to walk down this rosy path with GW. Yeah. And as we're seeing, they're getting, like, if you as a content creator can get close to GW and you get access to their pre-release stuff, you literally make money from that. Like, that is a path to money. So, like... it'll never happen, but if GW came to us and said, we're going to give you the pre-release stuff, you go, great, you get it a month before, you make a load of content and release it on the day, bang, comes out on the day, like Art of War do, Vanguard do, all these characters, bang, straight on the day. On it. And you kill it. And then for every other content creator like us, you know, the slightly dodgier side of things from the pictures that are popping up.
We just have to pick up on what's...
But you will never... I could never create content which will be able to compete with the content creators that are in bed with GW.
Do you know the other issue with that? And this goes back to previous videos we've spoken about, that they want to make... That we believe that GW want to make this a competitive game. So let's make this a competitive game, right? But let's release rules to the best players in the world a month early. So let's let... I'm just going to name one channel because I know that it's a channel that it happens with. Art of War.
Oh, yeah.
They play test and they get the rules early. They're also some of the best players in the world.
Big time.
So they know what date this is coming out on. So they get a month to prep a list for when it drops. So they know they've got the best list when it drops, yeah? What they then can do is also, because their life is 40k... is also go, well, then everyone else is going to be playing that list in 2 weeks' time because that's what we've dropped.
Oh, and it tees them up real nice.
Then let's look at what the next list is going to be after that that counters that list amazingly.
Yeah.
So they've got 6 weeks of uninterrupted just smashing people at tournaments because A, they're the best players.
Yeah.
B, they can spend all their time doing it. And C, they've had the content, they've had the box and the rules for a month longer than everyone. And then the best bit about it is... they can create all their content based around what they're doing.
Yeah.
So they're loving life. It's just a license to print money.
It's a great setup. And let's argue with chats. Let's really call people out and create very intense arguments with chat because there's some really great chat are really engaged with this. So I appreciate everyone watching and I appreciate all of you getting involved. The bit that worries me, and some of you are right that like this is a normal way in which content creation and influencing works. Like,
of course it is.
Like I work in PR. Like,
yeah, but it doesn't mean we have to agree with it, though, does it?
No, exactly. I get it. I literally have spent the past 6 years absorbing myself in like how this stuff works and how you can change public opinion and the relationship. You know, all these relationships. But that doesn't necessarily mean I want to see the thing I care about deeply, Games Workshop, go so far down this route. Because what I think it does, or what I know it does, is that when the content creators / influencers create that relationship with GW, it becomes less about telling the truth and engaging the community as they should do, and more about selling. We're part of the team. And because of the weird way in which content becomes monetized and like that weird relationship that forms, it incentivizes engagement rather than it does truth. Why is there a picture of Jeffrey Epstein whizzing around the side of your head? That's so weird. Jeffrey Epstein literally did it.
Oh,
I shouldn't have said his name. Why did I say his name?
I don't know. But do you remember
You're
when...
not meant to say his name.
This was when you left me in charge of doing the slideshow and I went full year 6.
Oh, when I can't believe I just said his name. It wrecks the algorithm.
When I was just doing the...
No, it's just gone black with me shut down. I'm joking.
And you left me in charge of the slideshow and I was the one like doing all the... And I was making it like zoom in and zoom out.
Oh, it was you. Well, now it's just... Now you've just had it as a black screen.
Well, that would definitely be me.
So,
just like broken it.
It just whizzed round your head.
I did the classic like word art thing where it like appeared and then disappeared and stuff flew in and stuff flew out.
Who knows what's going to come up next? So the point we're making is it doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing. And I get people are right in chat that this is how modern marketing works and it's a very normal relationship, blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't mean that GW have to walk down that route because I'd like to think that like if the game speaks for itself and the game's really good and it's really awesome, you don't need these guys hyping. You don't need to go that.
They obviously need to. Let's be fair. They obviously need to market the game in some way, and this is the way they've chosen to market the game. But there must be other ways in which they market this product.
That's not true on the screen. Next week, we're not raffling away a Land Raider before anybody bloody mentions it. It's literally popped up. I don't know how it says next week, raffle away a Land Raider from over. That is not. I don't know why that's come up. That is absolutely untrue. Okay, now it's Theresa May. Fine. I don't know what. Mate, every slide we've ever done.
Every slide we've ever done. Mate, but they've got to market it. But what it feels like, it feels a bit disingenuous, doesn't it? Yeah, it feels a little bit like it's more of a, I don't know, like trying to get people that aren't. Let's be fair, me, you, and most of the people that listen to us talk have been in this hobby a long time, haven't they? So they can kind of see this coming, and they can kind of think, well, I know what Age of Sigmar is about. I at least know people that have played it or have had some involvement with it. But if you're fairly new to this hobby and you watch like 1 or 2 channels and it's the boys on this or the girls on this video, you're like, oh, well, I'm going to go and buy an Age of Sigmar starter set then, aren't I? Oh, I'm going to go and buy this. Oh, I'm going to go and buy that. And it feels, I don't know, it just doesn't sit right necessarily with me that this is how they do it.
I think it's weird. If the game's great, if the game's really good, which I'm sure it is, because they'll put lots of time and energy into it, then just let people give those reviews rather than grabbing people that you know have big profiles and it like that. I just find a bit cringe. I'm gonna read some of these out directly, Liam, because there's loads and loads of chat from.
I can't see any of it.
No, it's all good. It's all good, sensible characters. Luke says, "Please make the slides stop." Absolutely not.
Please make the slides.
What are you on about? We don't want to stop the slides. TTB says, when I was working in esports tournaments, Blizzard basically wanted us to do the exact same stuff for them. And Tom says, I work with content creators influencers. If we send you free stuff, it comes with strings. We write your social media posts about the product reviews or content you make about it.
Yeah. You can't tell me that these people weren't. This wasn't. So if this was me, this big chap now with the glasses and the beard, if that was me, and I'd gone up, actually, I think the game needs a lot more work. I don't like the small boards. The rules are a bit dodgy and a bit simple. Do you really think that would be in this video, even if they'd invited me in? Or do you not think they'd go, wait a minute, mate, like this is what we want you to say. If you're not going to say that, then I
guess they'd just not play. I don't know where my mouse is going on my screen.
What are you trying to stop?
Well, Luke said stop the slides. But I quite like the slides, but now I'm concerned. There we go. We'll stop on a Meghan and Harry. Is that all right? Glamorous but unpopular.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, you're honestly telling me that now you're kicking cameras.
I told you I've had a bad day.
You are well excited today.
It's off my head.
You're telling me that if we, as Epic Fail, went to one of these things and they were like, can you tell us about your Age of Sigmar experience? And we were literally like, yeah, it's all right. Like, it's no 40k though. They'd be like, yeah, we'll leave that in. Of course they're not.
There's a question from just Brian. Why do all the 40k channels seem particularly negative towards AOS 4th edition? Didn't double turns touch them on there?
Double turns touched me. I'm just going to not. I'm not like. Listen, do you know when you hold the dough up and you go, where does it touch you? It would be right in the certain parts that we can't say because we don't want to upset the algorithm.
I'm going to be honest with that. Yeah, I did play it and I got so upset by the double turn.
Mate, it was such a weird game.
But I'm sure it's great. I also if you enjoy something, then I'm glad you enjoy it. And who am I to tell you what's good and what's not?
Yeah,
it's just
we're not commenting on.
Do you think if you find something and you like it and think it's great, then it's great.
Crack on. You do you. Yeah. Like you like Lacana, but I'm just going to say
we're not talking about Lacana.
Do you know how many times I almost bought you a starter set this week?
Oh,
I was going to buy you. I'll do it next week for the After Dark. I'm going to buy you a starter set and you can open it.
I want them smelling salts.
Oh, I'll get them.
Tilly says, last time I listened to VT podcast was just before the release of the Space Marine Codex. B-Box was telling us not to play the Deep Strike Terminators as it's not sportsmanlike.
What, did he turn up to the first tournament with, I suspect? Deep Strike and Terminators.
TTB says, nice safe slide, Prince Andrew. Yeah, sorry about that.
Nice.
I just find it strange. I think GW. People are right. saying that, like, you know, they're a company with shareholders. They've got to appease the shareholders.
Of course
like
they do.
They can't go down a route that doesn't create like growth and profit, and they obviously want to engage influencers and stuff. I get it. I completely understand. I just find it cringe that you can do a video called "The Community Speaks," but it's people who it is in their interest to basically say whatever you want to say, and for the actual community, the people that watch that video, it just feels a little bit. It feels a bit biased. It doesn't feel.
The thing.
I think GW could do better. I think they could do better than that. I think the marketing could be less cringe and less fake and less like, you know, QVC American style and a bit just more authentic.
Do you not? So you know a lot more about this sort of stuff than me. So how many comments should a video that has 20,000 views in 3 days have? Because this one's got 100 comments.
Is that all?
And you cannot tell me that something that's got 20,000 views, it's got 118.
Well, it's only got 118 comments.
Yeah, because I think
that's bonkers.
I bet every single comment is positive.
It's got 20,000 views 3 days ago. And it's only got 118 comments.
Like, you can't tell me that.
Yeah, you would expect way more than that. I don't know exactly what the ratio like calculator should be. But if I'm not 20,000 views. You would.
But Warhammer community videos probably get a lot of engagement because it is the early release Warhammer stuff that we're all into. All of us go on Warhammer community, don't we, to find out what's being released.
Yeah.
The news essentially on our hobby.
Should we put a negative comment on and see how long it lasts? People say it just gets vetted.
Yeah, but why would it get vetted?
Shall I just put, what shall I type? Chat, what shall I
Seems
put? Seems
pretty mid.
See, come on, chat, what should we put on?
Yeah, let's do a little vote. Chat, you've got 3 minutes to give us the best.
And don't say anything that's going to get me, listen.
Don't get us blacklisted from GW.
Everybody, sometimes we have to address the camera directly, don't we? We've had to do this before, so we're going to do it again now. I'm talking to you.
Epic Flail needs you.
Yeah, listen,
Brandon.
Brandon's not in. We can tell Brandon's not in.
He's drunk in a trench somewhere.
How he gets away with what he gets away with,
no one knows.
I have no idea. Right, listen. Tell us what you think we should say about this video, and we'll go with the majority or the best one. Don't say anything that can get me in trouble. I'm already banned on Facebook. I don't want to be banned on YouTube.
I'm going to Warhammer World in a couple of weeks. I don't need my photo up in reception being like, this man's not allowed in.
Liam's going to Warhammer World. Yet again, he's not invited me, but that's okay. We're working on that. No, it's okay.
Me and you are like Keenan and Kel, aren't we? We don't actually speak to each other outside this room.
Liam walks in. We have a few hours of engagement. I never hear from him again. It's true. That's how we like it, all right?
That's the way I want it.
Now, one day you'll invite me to something and I'll drop dead.
Mate, it's not even my...
No, I'm joking. Right, Somebody says, I'll go on and comment something negative, but tame, like, I love AOS, but this new edition is a step backwards. We need to talk about Tom.
Tom Hampshire?
He's got about 10 alter egos and he trolls us online.
Is he like Identity? You remember the film Identity? Yeah. When it's the one person that's got like 24 different personalities.
That's Tom.
Is that Tommy
Sorry,
Hampshire?
I shouldn't say his actual full name. We should refer to him by his...
Jesus, we've just doxed someone. Oh no, he's getting doxed.
Tom Hampshire of 209 Fairview Avenue.
Imagine if that was actually his address randomly.
I just made that up.
Mate, he's going to get like loads of groupies outside because we're that popular.
Oh, Guy's coming with a comment. I don't understand why you think, we love you, Guy, why GW's marketing department are going to behave like an ethical DIY punk rock record label. They are ruthless corporate pigs.
Just copy and paste that and put it on the thing. That's the comment. Just copy and paste Guy's comment and put it in there.
I just moved my mouse. It's on my iPad. I just moved my mouse as it was going to appear on the iPad. What an absolute cretin.
Minority Report.
I'll go and copy that. Yeah, it's an iPad, you absolute clown. That's a fair comment. But, you know, the thing is, Guy, here's what I think about this. If you don't say the things you think and try and hold people to standards that you care by, they just do it. So I think I'm probably being idyllic about Games Workshop. And Liam and I have spent the past few weeks talking about the history of them, and I've been reading that book Dice Men, which has formed the discussions of the content we've been doing when we've done Games Workshop through the years. And when you do look at the history of them, and you look at where they come from and what they believed in and why they set GW up and why all this stuff happened, it's really cool. It's really cool stories. But it's a bunch of lads that really cared about something and just grafted really hard and made it a reality. And they worked their asses off to bring their ideas to people. And they didn't make a lot of money for a long time. It wasn't a money thing. It was like, we really care about
a labour of love, as they say.
They were older when they made the cash. They absolutely grafted their ass off. So because of that, because the company has got a good history and a good background, I just think it's worth us as people who have a platform, and you guys as a community, being able to have more challenging conversations, which is watching stuff like this of people that are very highly respected, much bigger channels than us, much bigger profiles than us, really strong relationships with Games Workshop, and saying, I'm not sure that's helped. You're getting too close to them. You're getting too pally to them. You're getting too compromised, and your content is not going to be an accurate represent. VT, Vanguard Tactics, who great business model, doing amazing, loads of respect for them. It's very difficult to trust them on the state of 40k. So let's say a balanced data slate comes out. It is incredibly unlikely for Box to say, do you know what? This mission pack, bits of it are a bit crap. Team events are completely wrecked by the secret missions thing. That was a bad idea. Some of the deployments are really weird and are going to massively be advantageous to other armies. I don't think that's a good idea. They're not going to say that. They're going to say, this new mission deck creates so many possibilities and you can join up to our court. It's going to be this sell.
And then even if there is a negative to it, it'll be some of these are quite challenging, these deployments. But you can join this and we'll teach you how to deal with it. And
exactly. And that's not good. None of this is good. None of that's good. What it should be, the content creators and the community should respect the community more than the company. It should be about the company's great, we love the company, and that's why we exist. But my job to you is to be honest and to give you as much information as possible so you enjoy the game more and make better decisions. If you're on a video going it's the best thing ever, it's amazing, oh my God, it's literally, I think about it all the time, you're probably not going to be completely straight when it comes to the truth. And we can see that now from these if you go and watch some of these channels, you have to step outside of that. Fair play to Rob, Honest Wargamer.
Yeah.
Politically, I might not see eye to eye with Rob. He's an absolutely lovely human. Met him multiple times. He's a great guy. But he says what he thinks.
I think I've listened to him. Yeah.
He's blunt AF when it comes to AOS. He's not in the GW bubble. So you could turn to him and be like, What's the vibe of AOS? He goes, some of it's good, some of it's bad. Here's my honest take. Whereas these ticklers, and no offence to them, because there's some really cool people in that video that we've got loads of respect for, I don't think they can have that same position of authority and honesty with the community. I get off my soapbox now.
But I think what you've got to look at is, as a channel, and we've always said this as a channel, is we'll give an honest critique on whatever it is. If we like it, we like it. If we think it's something that needs to be called out, we'll call it out, and we'll engage with the chat. And if you make points that are, relevant and incisive and all these other words that I can't say because I'm a bit simple.
That's all right, mate. Well, there's two of us here. I just
you fell over. I can't speak, which doesn't help when you've got to present a podcast.
Sorry, we're getting by.
Then, we will change our views and we'll update what we think as a channel.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
When something comes out that feels, and I'm probably a little bit less filtered than you a lot of the time. This feels so staged and so doctored and so culty, this whole thing. We are the community. You're not the community, mate. There's 8 of you that have 40k channels and you got in at the right time.
Yeah, and they're killing it. They're
absolutely killing it.
They're all people that are killing it through making content. Dave B, really appreciate you super chatting £5 and saying, for honesty, boys, integrity is priceless. I appreciate the super chat, mate. You're a good lad. Much appreciated. We got someone in with loads of numbers. It looks like an account number. I hope that's not your actual account number. You guys seem to really hate AOS. Hate it, mate. Literally, I think every day I think how much I hate AOS. My whole life, literally.
I played AOS.
It's quite fine.
I'll tell you one thing.
It's all right.
And let's be fair, I play a lot of 40k. So
you play a lot of 40k.
We play a lot of 40k.
You hate that? I mean, we hate 40k.
I hate 40k as well.
We literally, Kevin Spacey's turned up now. None of these things are good. I'm going to have to stand up and get in the way.
I played AOS for a while, and what I will say is the model range is a million times better than the 40k model range.
The model range is great.
The model range is unbelievable. The army aesthetics are amazing. There's got steampunk dwarves, you've got high elves, you've got orcs, you've got tree people.
Models are amazing.
The lore behind it, I don't really know, even though I'm supposed to be some sort of lore master. I've got no idea.
You are a lore master. I made a quiz for you earlier, but I gave up as a bad feature.
But it just feels like this game has been... What edition are we on now? 4th edition? Every edition has launched with this is the new, iOS is the new thing, it's going to be amazing, it's going to be great. That's fine. But let the game do the talking, not the people that are saying it. And every time that they've done it, has it been the wonderful thing that it's been promised? No. Because people are still playing 40k.
Listen, but who cares like what people think of iOS either? Like I find it funny when people are bothered what other people think about games. I don't play OS. I used to play.
Here we go.
Liam in the chat. I've told this story too many times. We all played the game that shan't be named together. Liam was like, "Come play AOS." We're all playing AOS. I bought an entire Slaves to Darkness army in COVID, painted it, went to LGT with him for a team event, and then they all quit after that.
Yeah, because it's rubbish.
People getting fired up.
Do you want me to trigger you? Do you want me to trigger you?
Yeah.
War Machine's rubbish.
Is it?
Exactly. See. Well, I thought you didn't care what people thought, and then he's up and he's gone. He's up and he's gone, mate.
Oh, that's off. Well, you know, listen. It's a lot of things are rubbish. Even like, and also, here's the thing.
We've had times when 40k's been rubbish, and we've all said it's been rubbish.
There's times when I'm rubbish.
I'm an awful human being. Sometimes.
Sometimes everything's a bit rubbish. I'm really going to go in on this guy. I'm going to read all his comments out. I'm not hearing a good argument for why a very simple game mode is bad. That's because that's not what we're talking about. Do you complain when a commercial on TV says how great the McDonald's French fries are? Yes.
Yeah, I do, because McDonald's is awful. Yeah,
I do, because they're awful.
Doesn't stop me eating it, but it's still not great, is it?
We think it's weird. Cricks for life from Just Brian. Do you know what Cricks are?
They are a faction in War Machine.
Boom. Boom.
Because I've been far too much in miniature games for far too long. So we won't talk about that. No, we're not saying that a simple game is an issue. This is what people jump on this idea of, like, we're saying something to get some sort of... We're not saying it to get a reaction from you guys. What we're saying is our opinions on it, and we'll engage with you on those opinions.
Oh, defo. And if you disagree with us, then we respect it. We don't care.
We will delete your comments, though.
We just... We'd rather have conversations that are interesting.
No, I'm not. And this is the thing, we're not saying there's anything wrong with a simple game mode. But if the game mode's that simple, instead of releasing a video with all these people talking about it, do a play-by-play. Do a 10-minute battle report if the game's that simple and that easy to pick up.
Well, that's the whole pitch of this spearhead thing, isn't it? I think that's the whole thing. It's just like, pick up a box and another box, and then you can play at the table, and it's nice.
So show us.
It's nice and simple.
Show me that then. Don't show me some fellas going, this is a great game. Well, so's Tiddlywinks, boys, but I'm not watching a video on it, am I? Have I angered him again?
No. He says the free market will solve all issues. Listen, I could not agree more. I think I might have found someone who's politically aligned with me, because I'm all about the free market.
Well, and guess what will happen again?
Choice will always win. But the other thing that we care about is people just being honest and maintaining their integrity. And the fundamental issue we have, is that these people are not the community. These people have got a relationship with GW which is mutually beneficial for both parties, and it's mutually beneficial for them to say things that each other like. For GW to say, we'll slip you a bit early, we'll like keep you on the books, you know what I mean, we'll let you appear in our video.
Well, you're in our video with your channel name underneath.
We'll put the name of the channel on, and in return you say what we need to say. I think that's a bit weird. I think GW should do better than that. But fundamentally, Guy is right in his comment that it's a corporation that's trying to make as much money as it possibly can, so it's going to start to use these techniques and these tactics. But I don't know, if we as a community think that's weird, we should say something about it rather than just going along with it and just pretending everything's fine. And this is the thing, if this was a 40k video for a launch edition, we'd be saying exactly the same thing. It's not the fact that game system is. And this is the thing, is it's like, it's not that it's Age of Sigmar. Like, I don't like it because I don't like it, whatever. But if this was 40k, or if this was, how many games were we looking at earlier? Kill Team, or Warcry, or Blood Bowl, or any of the other games, and they were doing the same thing,
we'd be saying exactly the same thing. We probably wouldn't be digging the game out.
To be honest,
much.
It's nothing to do with AOS.
Yeah, it's the.
How have you disappeared again?
I don't know. Maybe I'm really on it tonight. Maybe I'm a vampire. What have you done with this?
Kicked it out?
I'm not, mate. I literally haven't moved. It's you crawling around underneath the table again.
What are you talking about, Willis? It's nothing to do with me. Oh, it is actually charging again now. You're just going to have to deal with me, boys. Do you want me to put the video back on? Just make people really angry.
We're such a professional channel.
Why don't you come round here and sit on me?
Mate, you definitely don't need me sitting on your lap.
I'm going to read some comments out and you reply to them. Yep. This one's fun. Lawyer here. Matthew P. Welcome to the show, my friend. Glad you're a lawyer.
Looks like I'm getting...
Lawyer here. Any instances of people getting cut off of being critical, that would be telling. What, on the video? Well, not that we can tell. We haven't actually watched it all yet. We sort of turned it off because Liam was finding it pretty...
I just find it...
pretty painful.
I just find it... Well, there's not... Let's be fair. There's not going to be any instances of people being critical in this video, are there? Because there's no instances of people being critical in the chat either, is there?
No.
There's no...
We still didn't decide what the comment is that we're going to put on the chat, by the way. Right, I've got some comments from Vincent. Why has everything run out of battery today in my house?
I don't know.
This thing's giving me warnings now.
Mate, you are literally on low power mode.
Well, I've had a busy weekend. And
you haven't Gareth Southgate.
I was streaming all day Saturday, doing a full day of streaming at Luke's event. And then yesterday it was a football, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Let's not talk about
Vindaloo. Vincent, a.k.a. Luke. Better argument for why that commercial is a bad idea would be that those people's audiences already know about the game and play it, so it's a wasted advertisement, and I feel like this is aimed at newer players. That's a good point.
I think I said that, didn't I?
Yeah, but if a member says it, we have to say...
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah, I didn't say that.
Crackbone123, welcome back to the channel, my friend. I recognise your name. I think it should be mandatory for them to disclose their relationship with GW before promoting their product, since it's essentially an ad. Now that, I like.
Yeah.
This is a paid advertisement.
On behalf of the Epic Flail channel for Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah, the following people have been buttered up by us and get lots of free stuff. Another comment. I love the content creator InstaVid. The comments were full of people calling out for more Old World. Someone says Liam got cancelled live on air from Stephen. That's correct.
Yeah, I did.
I'm going to try and bring him back, guys. You ready? Bring him back.
That's literally the story of my life, being cancelled live on air. Am I back? I'm back.
Liam. Oh, no, Eisenhorn just popped up.
Oh, mate. The reason you got banned from Facebook.
The reason I got banned from Facebook is popped up on the screen.
No, and, like, mate, it's hard, isn't it? Because this is always going to be a topic that divides people's opinion as well, and that's why we're talking about it.
Oh, big time, mate. We love a divisive...
Love a little divisive number.
We're two opinionated ticklers. That's what it's all about.
And I just... Like that, I just feel a bit weird watching a video of people who are given a product who are then asked to promote said product for money or for medals or for whatever.
I think we can do better, boys. Calm Ward, Art and Hobbies, welcome. Even though I'm not an AOS player, I do agree a gameplay demo is an awesome way to sell people on the game. We got the Old World demo battle and it was a huge confidence building invest in the game. I agree. This guy, the account number says, the thing you are actually annoyed by is the fact that there are large portions of the human population that will buy products if the influencers are in it. I don't think that's not right at all. I think you miss it. I don't think that's what we're annoyed by.
It's not large portions of the population, because not large portions of the population play Age of Sigmar or any other.
There's nothing wrong with...
Yeah.
There's nothing...
I wear clothes because people wear clothes. That's not like a thing.
There's nothing wrong with... Maybe there is something about like just the fakeness of influencers selling products. Like if you go on TikTok and scroll through TikTok and there's the guys that are like, oh my God, guys, have you seen this? This is the best thing we've ever seen. You should buy this. And it's just total nonsense. It's just like...
Buy this purple toothpaste. It cleans your teeth.
It's pure nonsense. It's just pure marketing nonsense. And I think GW could do better. And I think us as gamers deserve better from our content creators. I think it should be more...
I think it should...
I think they should go... I'll say the good and I'll say the bad and I'll let people make an informed decision and then they can go off and buy the game if they don't. Like, GW, listen, all of us that are into this game pretty much have disposable, on average, have disposable income that we throw at Games Workshop. They don't really need to market too aggressively. It's a group of people that are pretty obsessed and highly addicted to gaming. They've got an amazing universe, an amazing range of games. It's not a hard sell. Do you know what I mean? We go in the shop and just buy things because we've gone in the shop. It's not a hard sell. So don't resort to tactics that are nonsense-based. Just tell people how it just
show us the game.
Give people balance.
Show me the game. If they'd done a little 10-minute battle report and said, right, this is how we set up, this is the movement phase, this is this phase, this is how combat works, and I might have gone, actually, do you know what? I actually quite like how that feels as a game. I might say to Paul, let's get a starter set between us, let's do a battle report on it and see what it... But that's not what all they've done is show me a load of people that say the game's good. Well, yeah, but
we've not even watched it all yet, Liam. We've still got another 40 seconds left.
I don't think we need another.
Someone suggested a comment which actually I think was quite good, saying, "Do we ask if it's a paid advert?" Put a comment in the video asking if it's a paid advert. Is this a paid advert?
From the...
And should we see how long it stays up?
See how long it stays up.
Is this...
In caps? Oh, that's overly aggressive. All right. Jesus Christ.
Is this a paid...
Asking as a lawyer. Asking as an Italian living in Italy.
Oh, yeah. As an Italian lawyer...
living in Italy.
As an Italian lawyer living in Naples...
Obviously.
And then I'll put AKA Italy. Is this a racist paid advert?
No, don't put racist, because if you put racist in, then they'll just delete it, won't they?
Is this a paid advert? Then shall I put asking for a friend?
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. Comment. Here we go. Right. It's up. As an Italian lawyer living in Naples, aka Italy, is this a paid advert asking for a friend? Let's see how...
Because I'm not being funny. There's nothing actually genuinely that should get deleted in that, is there?
Someone said I've gone off the... says it's illegal not to tell people it's a paid advert, isn't it? You've gone off the edge. Oh, no, he's typing at the account number guy. Well, I've stopped reading, so I don't really understand what the line of inquiry is. TTB says, mass market can be influenced by things like making your buy it now button green, so these are people that drive the needle. Chat has really popped off.
Have we really started something here?
We didn't start the fire.
It was always burning.
It was TTB.
It was TTB and the account number firing with each other. Let's meet up. Let's sort it out over a game of Spearhead.
See, Telly Novelli is always a voice of reason.
What's he says?
I like this comment. What I'd call this is... Are you still there? A reason. Oh God, Cosby's popped up.
Right, we've got a really good Cosby. We've got a really good comment as Bill.
A really good comment, and literally, if people are watching this show for the first time and just tuned in,
we're sorry.
They're going to not understand any of the background to any of these pictures. Those of you that are watching this for the first time, all like these are all in jokes that we've developed over the past 5 months.
It's longer than that, isn't it? It's been a year now.
No, we haven't been doing this for a year.
Mate, we've been doing this a year. Maybe not this podcast, but we've been streaming for a year.
We're in front of Blacks. Now, the Blacks law is basically, if you're an Imperial Guard player, you work at Blacks, because that's how boring you are.
With a Duke of Edinburgh award.
Yeah, and also people that are tuning in for the first time, we like to upset people and cause controversy, so don't take any of this too seriously. Telly says they could have made it way less cringe using the same influencers.
Yeah.
There we go. That's it. It could be less cringe. You could make it more real. It doesn't have to be like, well, I think this changes everything about everything I know, and I think this might be the best thing I've ever seen. And
yeah, but the problem is...
do it like that, boys.
But if you're an influencer, that's how you talk. That's how you become an influencer.
Hitler's popped up, Jesus.
Why do you keep saying all their names?
Oh, no.
You said literally all their names.
Well, I don't know.
Why did we even have him on a slide? Is that something else?
We were doing a presentation about strategy. Oh, I don't know. No, it was a strategy. No, it was a slideshow we were doing about different player archetypes, and we said Imperial Guard players love military history.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, the Chimera is a bit like the Sherman Mark 752 that they used in World War II.
Actually, those tracks aren't realistic enough.
Yeah, I think you'll find the track spacings off on the Chimera.
Oh, what a loser! He's fielded that. Turns up in a military uniform, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, they're serious
Let's not
people.
go back to that.
No. That was my point, Paul. The slides are confusing. All right. The slides are confusing, but tell you what else is confusing, Luke. Life. So we're just preparing people for the confusing reality of life, okay? I can't read that comment out.
Who's it from?
I just can't read it out.
Is it from the account number?
Right. I'm going to read it. I'm going to be asked to read out this comment.
Who's it from?
Account number.
Oh, okay. Is he Aggie? Is he Aggie?
No, he's not Aggie. No, he's sound. He's fine. I like it. People pushing back. Like we do this, Liam, for engagement, don't we? We're not going to sit here and tell you what.
Yeah, we're not. We're going to tell you what we think. It's not a dictatorship, is it?
This isn't a dictatorship. No.
We are a community, unlike this video.
Yeah. It seems like you guys are blissfully unaware of how cringe most people are. LOL.
Okay, cool.
Most people watch talent shows on TV and reality shows about rich women complaining. That's funny. Most people, yeah, no, I don't disagree with you at all, matey. I think most people are cringe, but I don't like it.
Yeah, but we don't need to be, do we?
I like it. You come in this channel, mate, and voice your opinion, and they're very sensible opinions. It's all fine.
I think I'm spent.
You're spent, right? Liam's done. That's it.
Liam's done. Turn me off.
That's it. We're shutting him down. We've already turned him off twice. We can't have a third. We can't have a third shutdown.
Third strike and he's out. He's going out the window.
I told you it'd be controversial on the Discord, and I told you that we'd fire shots from the hip, and I told you we'd cause a bit of chaos.
We weren't as controversial as we have been in previous videos. So like we didn't actually like have a dig at anyone personally, which I think is the correct way of doing it. Like
100%.
Let's have a dig at GW if we think their marketing's wrong. All of these guys that have appeared in this video have appeared in it for the right reasons, haven't they? Or what they deem to be the right reasons.
Oh yeah, no, and they're doing great. They're all very successul people.
Yeah, none of them have done it like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this video so I can make sure I sell a load of like
the new edition of
I'm just seeing if my comment's still there. Still there, lads. Someone's saying the guy on the left is Paul, Liam, isn't it? Right, I'm Paul, that's Liam. Paul is Lyland Scott brand. All I wear is Lyland Scott.
You do wear a lot of Lyland Scott, to be fair.
Yeah, it's because I have ADHD. So I just buy things. Once I find something that I'm happy with, I obsessively buy it. I overbuy it. So like with clothes, I know Lyland Scott fit me and I like them. So I just endlessly buy them.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's like once I find something, I'll lock it. Like if I go to a restaurant and find a meal that I like.
That's your meal.
I'm like, that's my meal. I'll just have that meal. I've been going to TGI Fridays and having the same
what's your
meal.
TGI Fridays order?
I have the prawns with chips.
Yeah.
And I have the chicken strip starter with the Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Then I have the deep fried prawns with chips and mash. And that's all I've ever had.
That's all I've ever eaten.
Honestly, I've been going since I was a teenager.
Oh, mate.
But why would you change? It's literally like the best. It's literally the best thing.
What are you looking at now?
No, it's all fine. Guys, we really appreciate you jumping in the chat and riding that out with us. I've had a fun, if not lively discussion. Those of you that have got involved in the discussion, regardless of whether you agree, disagree, or don't care about our opinion, we respect you all. And the whole purpose of the show is to fire things up and have a good chat and a debate. Liam, as always, I appreciate you, my good friend. I might do a members show for a bit just to unwind and chat to some of you boys on the members show. So those of you that aren't members of the channel, consider being a member. We have Discord, which is great fun. We have lots of daft memes on there and fun chats. We also do member shows. We do After Darks. We do all sorts of additional content. So consider being a member. It's just a whole £2.99 per month, and you can come be normal men with us on the Discord. So yeah, I'll do a member show in a bit, but I just need to get a few bits sorted out. I'll put a link on the Discord.
See you later.
Are you all right?
Yeah. I've Joe Biden'd.
See you later,
Joe Biden.
Cheers, boys.